10 surefire ways to create momentum. Needing to get stuff done but just not feeling it? The problem isn't you. You've simply lost momentum. What is momentum? The dictionary defines it as the strength or force that allows something to continue or to grow stronger or faster as time passes. When applied to your life, momentum is a powerful force indeed and is responsible for the truest individual growth and the most significant accomplishments. How do you create momentum? Commit to the process. Where momentum is concerned, there are no half measures. You're either all in or forget it. With this in mind, take a long, hard look at this list and tell yourself you're not going to quit until you give everything here a fair try. Momentum takes work, so expect to put in some elbow grease. That's normal. Visualize. Start with seeing your success. You're not going to accomplish what you have already decided you're going to fail at. See yourself doing what you set out to do. Envision this in as much detail as possible. Hold on to this image. Understand your passion. If you're not doing what you love, you're never going to be able to give it the full commitment you're going to need for success. This is why it's so important to know from the beginning what really lights your fire. Grab a goal. It's time to pick your destination. This too should be big and scary enough to intimidate you without throwing you into a panic attack. Try for something that'll force you to grow into the best version of you. Create your best you. Yes, you. This is so important it's being mentioned twice. Here's where you want to drop harmful habits and acquaintances who bring you down. Surround yourself with things designed to bring out your best physically, mentally, and emotionally. Demolish fears. Fears stop momentum cold. Take time to understand what you're afraid of and explore the idea of living without fear. Confront wrong ideas and build new responses to old stimuli. Grab your cash. Momentum stalls out if there isn't enough money to pay the bills. Look at your spending habits critically. Pull yourself together by learning to budget and live within your means. Create a tribe. Momentum thrives off positive input. Find people who are willing to support you and even mentor you along the way. Use them to keep you motivated and encouraged along the way. Schedule yourself. There are only 24 hours in a day. How are you planning on spending them? Make time for what's important. Momentum needs a commitment on the calendar to keep you in motion. Seize the day. At the same time, you can only schedule so much. See an opportunity? Grab it. Once you've created momentum, remember to keep it going. Check in with yourself using these tips. By staying on top of things, your momentum will push you to new heights. 3 strategies sure to help you overcome procrastination and gain momentum. Everyone has put off something important. It's normal, it's human, and it's everywhere. We put off our boss, we put off our family, we even put off the things we ought to be doing to take care of ourselves. Procrastination has been called the thief of time, but it's much more damaging than that. Procrastinating kills forward momentum, keeping you from accomplishing the things you set out to do. If you, like many others, are prone to procrastination, read on to find out 3 surefire strategies designed to help you overcome procrastination. Soon you'll be gaining momentum again right where you need it most, on the path to your dreams. Eat the elephant. The story goes how a decree went out over the kingdom. The challenge was simple: great wealth and prestige to the person who could eat an elephant. Many looked at the challenge and scoffed at it. Impossible, they said. One small voice spoke up, a child. It's simple. You do it one bite at a time. The same holds true in your life. Big tasks? No problem. Break them up into smaller and smaller tasks. Once you have those, get to work. Eat that elephant one bite at a time. Believe it or not, you're going to find out it gets a lot easier as you go along. Bon appetit. Master the to-do list. Got a long list of things to do? It's easy to stall out when everything looks difficult and even impossible. The trick here is to get in motion with some real success to start you right. Pick the 3 easiest things on your list. Then sit down and push through, accomplishing them one at a time. Be sure to cross them off the list when you finish. Accomplishment feels so good and creates a momentum all its own. Timing is everything. Bigger tasks getting you down? If you can't break them up, try grabbing a timer. Set it for no more than 15 to 20 minutes and see what you can get done. Break, stretch, then get back to it. Make a game out of it if you want. seeing how much more you can get done the next time around. You'll be surprised at how quickly things get moving again. The thing to remember is what you're trying to do is push yourself into motion. Once you begin to build momentum, it'll take on a life of its own, and you'll find it easier and easier to keep going. That's the beauty of it. So whichever tactic you pick, realize you might need to grit your teeth and dig in initially. In the end, you'll be glad you did. 4 mindset shifts that will help you build momentum in your life. The secret to getting things done lies in one simple word: momentum. Think about it. We learn first about momentum in physics when we're taught an object in motion tends to stay in motion. When applied to our lives, this becomes a powerful concept. Think about it. You have a goal you're trying to reach. You make some effort toward achieving your goal, but you might be a little hit or miss. Sure, you're excited initially, but eventually life gets in the way. You get a bit sporadic about putting in the work. Ultimately, you stop altogether. Momentum is what paints a different picture altogether. With momentum, initial enthusiasm won't wane. In fact, as time goes by, the impetus toward getting things done increases, and things really start happening. With momentum, you find success where otherwise you might not have found it at all. How to attain this magical concept? Easy. Start with these simple shifts of mindset guaranteed to help build momentum in your life. Tap into passion. When we become excited about things, of course we can't wait to jump in and get working. This is why bright, shiny new ideas are so distracting. On the other hand, imagine what happens when you feel that kind of enthusiasm all the time. To keep this mindset, it's simply a matter of keeping your eyes on the goal. Remind yourself often what you're trying to accomplish and why. Hold fast to these concepts. Explore the ending. Want to know how the story turns out? Skip to the last page. In the same way, if you're going to feel excited about the journey you're on, take a look at the final destination. Visualize your project completed. What does success look like? Make this as tangible as possible, using all your senses to describe the scene. Once you have this in mind, you'll find you can't wait to get there. This feeling fuels momentum. Feel gratitude. When we look at a situation and ask what we're grateful for, we automatically shift our thinking to look for the good. By experiencing gratitude as you work toward your goal, you'll build momentum off of these good feelings. Positive thoughts lead to positive energy. How simple is that? Let it go. Sounds counterproductive to keeping momentum going, doesn't it? However, letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means laying down your load for a while to rest and recuperate. You can only keep momentum going for so long before you need to recharge your batteries. Work on being more aware of how you feel while working to reach your goal. Are you exhausted? Have brain fog? Are you feeling isolated? Perhaps you're missing out on too much of your family life. Some of the people who get the most accomplished know when to let it go. With these 4 mindsets, you'll be amazed at how quickly momentum builds where before it was flagging. Remember, be intentional and focus on what you're doing. The momentum will follow, and so will your success. 8 tricks to push yourself into motion when you're feeling stuck. We've all felt stuck. The promotion didn't come through at work, our project just somehow stalled out, a relationship seemed to fall into a litany of the same old thing. It's a frustrating place to be. What's more, it's where most people give up. Lack of forward progress doesn't have to mean failure, though. Momentum lost can be regained. All it takes is a little hard work and a lot of intentionality. Here are 8 tricks to push yourself back into motion. Be kind to yourself. First of all, you're not going to get anywhere beating yourself up. Take a moment to acknowledge getting stuck happens. It's okay. Drop the baggage. We have a tendency to hold on to the things which hurt us the most. Voices from the past will reach out to keep you mired in self-doubt, anger, and betrayal. Such negative emotion will naturally force everything to a halt. When this happens, it's time to let go consciously. Rewrite the script to allow for acceptance, happiness, and even joy. Take the wider view. It's easy to have tunnel vision when things aren't going the way you'd like to. Take a deep breath. What are you not seeing? If you're still not sure, ask someone who might have a clearer vision than you right now. Learn the lesson. In every failure, there's something to be learned. Look for what you can gain from the experience and take this knowledge into the next attempt. Find the change. Sometimes the thing stalling us out is ourselves. Is there work required to break a habit of doing more harm than good? Are there relationships requiring a careful examination as to just how helpful they are? Doing the work to remove toxic actions and people from your life is frequently all the impetus you need to move forward again. Regain focus. Put things into perspective. Where are you really on the path to your goal? What needs to happen next? Gain acceptance. You are where you are. Had a recent success? Celebrate. Not doing so well? Acknowledge the defeat. Once you've accepted where you are, you can move on to the next stage, whatever it might be. Find your vision. When's the last time you really examined what you're doing and why you're here? Revisit your vision in as much detail as possible. None of these things are quick fixes. You're going to have to put some thought into how you approach each step. Once you're there, though, you'll be amazed at how quickly everything starts moving again. Momentum restored. So hang in there. Before you know it, you'll be back in motion. 10 ways to build momentum at work that will spill over into your life. Momentum at work is a fantastic thing. When you have momentum, you get projects done. You excel when it comes time for employee reviews, and you're more likely to see promotions. But did you know you can apply the same momentum to your life outside of the office? Let's look at some quick ways to build momentum that work absolutely anywhere. Carefully seek advice. We become used to seeking feedback from everyone, especially on social media, when we're trying to move forward. Problems arise when you have too many cooks trying to stir the pot. The better solution to keep from being inundated with so much info that you lose momentum is only to take advice from a handful of trusted individuals. Seek mentors. Better yet, why not find someone who's been there before and knows exactly what you're going through? Advice from mentors always gives a shove in a positive direction. Find your superpower. What makes you unique? Momentum is built best when you're working to your strengths. Do more. We think if we're learning new things, we're making progress. In truth, too much time learning or researching can kill momentum. Action is where things happen. Create an 80-20 rule. For every hour you spend in theory, spend 4 in doing what you need to get the job done, at work or home. Delegate. Why do you think you can be everything to everyone? Time is precious. To keep momentum, knock the extraneous stuff off your calendar. Hire someone to handle the small stuff. There's always a neighborhood kid wanting to mow the lawn. Work on things that matter. Use your calendar well. If you're not intentional, how can you expect to experience momentum? By putting things on a schedule, you know not only where you should be, when, but how you're going to use your time for your goals. Build in a micro-focus. If the big picture becomes overwhelming, it's easy to lose momentum. Instead of getting lost in dreams, look only on what you're doing today, this week, or even this month. This keeps you focused on the journey at hand and keeps you constantly in motion. Grow. Without growth, your mind grows stagnant. Thinking skills decline and momentum is lost. Challenge yourself every day to learn something new. You don't need hours and hours of classes or workshops, though. Remember your 80-20 rule. Fail. Allow yourself the luxury and even expectation of failure. This way, you're ready when it happens and are less likely to stop. Keep moving by looking for the lesson in the catastrophe. Invest in yourself. If you don't take time for your health and well-being, you're risking lost momentum due to illness or even hospitalization. Eat right, exercise, and get plenty of sleep. Good health builds momentum.